inventory. I really hope we keep it on straight.
I think we got it.
Cream or sugar?
No, thank you, but thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
I appreciate you doing all those dolls.
Yeah. Back in the dollhouse.
Back in the doll.
Back in the dollhouse again.
Shelly and the dolls.
Okay, y'all remember our egg sale. It's coming up. It's right before Halloween.
Oh, I know.
So y'all remember all
I
the
do
experiences
know.
we've had.
Lots of stories.
Lots of stories.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of the trick-or-treat season, we want to share with you some of the stories that we've had over the past few years that are a little spooky, a little hair-raising, nothing too frightening, but it gives you an inside peek to what some of the things we have to do in our job. We just want to share it with you. So you remember we went to the house that was built around 1900.
We were working downstairs and something happened with you down that one hallway. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was heading out to go outside the back way. Just as I got about ready to open the back door, I heard my name called. I walked back in to where you were to see what you wanted. I was like, hey, what is it? And you looked at me like, huh? I said,
I didn't call you.
Did you call my name? Like, no, I didn't call your name. I was like, come on, yes you did.
I
You
know. Come
called-
on, quit messing with me.
I know you called my name.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
And I didn't even think anything about it really because it wasn't like creepy. It was
Right, it
just
was
like
just your name.
just Charles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
And I know something happened to you.
Oh, at that house?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the music box.
Uh-huh.
And it was somewhere in that kitchen, and I remember going in there, and there was music playing,
Mhm.
and it was like an old-timey music box, like in the ones with the little ballerinas, that went around, jewelry boxes and stuff. I picked up every coffee cup and every dish, looking for some type of musical thing. I never found it.
And couldn't find it.
I never found any.
You heard it too, didn't you?
Yeah, I was in the kitchen like washing stuff or something, and I heard this music, and I looked down at the coffee cup. I said, "Oh, that coffee cup plays music." And then I thought about it for a second. It's like, coffee cups don't play music.
That's right. That's right.
So eventually, y'all said something. I said,
heard the music,
That happened to me too.
Never did find
Right.
music.
Never
box.
did.
Never did.
Mm-mm.
The other older home that we did, and that was really strange because that was the one where we were staging and I was working upstairs. It was a two-story house. I was working upstairs.
Also built in 1901.
Yeah, it was early 1900s. It was you and me and Charles working that day, and I was upstairs doing staging, and you would call me and say, "Sally, come down here. I need you to do something." So I would come down the stairs, and every time I got down the stairs and got on the landing before it went down again, I smelled perfume. It was like a sweet rose, gardenia, peony type smell, really sweet perfume. I wear perfume, but I don't wear anything sweet smelling like that. I wear really spicy smelling stuff.
And I
may
wasn't up
not
there.
have even had any perfume that day. You don't usually wear perfume to work. Charles never wears perfume.
I do wear deodorant.
Yeah, she does wear deodorant. She does wear deodorant, yes, true. But, normally you don't when you're working.
What? Wear deodorant?
Perfume. Perfume.
That
No,
would
I
be
know
me.
you're
You
right.
It is
smell.
a requirement of our job. We have to wear deodorant.
That would have been
You're
me.
right.
You smell
You're
the
right.
summer.
It was Charles.
We do.
Charles this summer. But anyway, I asked Charles, did he smell it? And he said, I don't smell it. And I asked you one time, and you did smell
But I
it
was
one
up there
time.
with you, and we went down
Yeah,
together.
and we went down
And
together.
it was almost like the perfume was wherever you were.
Yeah, but it wasn't me.
But isn't it interesting why?
Well, the reason why we found out later was when we were going through some old books and things, and we found the family Bible. And in the Bible were all the notices of wakes and things that they had in the house of family members that had died.
The locks of
And
hair.
the locks of their hair that was with it, because that was the old tradition. You had the wake with the little program, and then you had the locks of hair tied with the ribbon. So anyway, in this Bible, one of the notices of wakes was a lady named Sally. And her name was spelled S-A-L-L-I-E, which is how I spell my name.
Right.
S-A-L-L-Y is the new version.
Right.
But I feel like you were calling Sally, and all of us Sallys were coming downstairs to see what you wanted. Every Sally in the house came down, So that never scared me there.
Right.
did kind of bother me in this particular house were the pinprick things.
Yes. I'd say the only uneasy part was that started in that particular home was when we would go into the study. I didn't like the study. I didn't want to be in the room. I wouldn't even go in the room at first, remember?
You wouldn't. You called me in there.
I'd say, Charles, I needed to bring me that. I didn't want to go in there. But I remember feeling that tightness in my throat again. We had seen a picture we had taken previously, and it had a green mist in the photo. Mm-hmm. We started getting pricked, like pinpricks all over. And I remember thinking, okay, this is odd. Maybe, let's just try to debunk this. Maybe we have mites in the carpet. Maybe we have fleas. Maybe something. So Charles went and got
8 big foggers of Bengal.
Yeah, and set them off one night, and it didn't stop. So we kept praying. We prayed every day that we went in there.
Absolutely.
And one day I got so tired of it. I said, in Jesus' name, we got to stop this right now. And it stopped for a little while, which felt good. But you were getting bitten or pricked.
This happened to you first, didn't it?
Yeah, the first day I was in there stationed, and it was on my ankles, and I was like, okay.
We have fleas.
Yeah, it's an old house. They got fleas or dust mite or whatever bites, any kind of mite. And so it didn't really bother me that much. But I went back in the next day, and it happened to my neck, and it was all around my neck and my shoulders, and all. Okay, that's it. I'm not here. I'm not, they didn't jump up on my neck that quick.
That's right.
So, didn't like that.
And you never had a bite on you.
Oh, no.
I would go home and there was not a single
No,
bite
I
on
didn't
my
have
body,
any marks
which was,
at all.
Which was weird.
But it was
really
just
strange.
pinpricks, But again, I don't think they would have done anything. They were just like, they didn't like something we did, I guess.
I don't know.
Anyway. They just really wanted us to leave the house and leave them alone, more than likely.
Maybe so.
And I remember Robin, she showed up to work with the sale one day. She was in another room, and she said, I'm getting poked or bitten or something.
Well, she was in the meeting, right before our prayer, before we started, she was standing beside me, and she went, oh.
Right. That's right.
That's the first time I got her.
Yeah.
And I looked at you, and I was like, aha, I know what just happened to her.
That's right.
I got her.
And then remember Marvelyn.
But Marvelyn is, she doesn't believe in anything like that. And
Totally
she just
dismisses
said,
it.
There's no way. Y'all are just nervous, and whatever. And then she was working and rapping in the piano room. Mm-hmm. And it was toward the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And she said that she felt somebody tap her on the shoulder. And she turned around, and there was no one there.
Nobody there.
And she said, wait.
Well, maybe y'all were right.
Somebody tapped me on my shoulder, and I just hate to admit it, but no one was there.
I thought that was hilarious that finally something.
I know. So, this October, we have a sale starting, and we would love for you to join us. If you dress up for Halloween, like we're going to, at our sale, which is October the 18th and 19th, you will receive 10% off on Friday if you wear a costume. So we'd love for you to come join us. We'll have all kinds of fun.
We will. We always do.
We always do.
I can't wait to see what you're going to wear.